it's Adriana, and this is my review of Side Effects. Side Effects is Steven Soderbergh's last film. He's a pretty big director. He's done such films as Contagion, Traffic, and the Ocean's 11, 12, 13 series. Side Effects is a psychological thriller starring Rooney Mara, who you may know from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I actually haven't seen. She's also in The Social Network, has a very small role in it. That's the only other time I've ever seen her in a movie. Channing Tatum, Jude Law, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. This movie it's pretty intense. It's very smart. It's got a very good tone. It's very eerie, and the visual style of it's kind of a little bit like disorienting, and really conveys the mood and the feeling of depression that this character goes through. But there are a lot of twists and a lot of things that kind of flip throughout the story, which were all very good and very interesting. It's a really engrossing film, and you're kind of just really pulled into this story. I liked it, but I think I was expecting something more, I don't think scary is the right word, but I thought it would just be a bit more eerie and not as just so basic, realistic. It's a lot of like court case stuff, a lot of technical things. I kind of expected it to be more about mental illness than it was. I mean, as it progresses, it becomes less about depression and prescription drugs as it does become about the business of it all and how it affects these characters. And the acting is really good. Rooney Mara, as I said, I've only seen her prior in her very small role in The Social Network, so I was really impressed. I mean, I know she's a good actress. She was nominated for an Oscar. I was really impressed. She really is a great actress and really good, like, leading lady, even though this film is more Jude Law's film than anyone else's, which I kind of thought it would be more her film. It starts out more her film, and then it kind of gets pushed more onto Jude Law, and he was also really, really good in this. Things are just like pretty bad for him for most of the movie, but it's an interesting insight onto, you know, the medical practice and what can happen. It's relevant. It's a relevant film. It deals with topics that we've seen, like, in the news before. I don't know, it kind of takes these turns that, like, they were good twists, but they weren't as appealing to me just because I kind of expected it to be more of this, like, mind-twisting, kind of, like, really didn't see things coming, and, I don't know, as I said, more about the actual psychology of it than it was. So, I mean, that's just a plot thing. The plot wasn't exactly what I was expecting, I guess, going in. The trailer did a really good job at making it seem like it was some really creepy, like, psychological thriller, which, like, it still would be a psychological thriller, just not to the same extent that I was thinking. I guess I was putting this more into, like, a almost horror kind of thriller category as opposed to, like, a more political kind of thing that it kind of becomes. I don't know if I'd want to watch it again, but I feel like I'd piece things together more easily. Like, everything will make sense having watched it again and having knowing the ending. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's a decent film. It's worth watching. It's entertaining. It's very smart, and it did lose me a little bit at times about why things were going the way they were, and it got very, very technical about things. So maybe that's also why it didn't appeal to me as strongly as I expected it to. But yeah, it's a good film. It's worth watching. I don't know if I would necessarily see it in theaters, but I mean, it's not like a bad choice to see in theaters. It's just not something I would like rush to see. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. And, I mean, the real highlight of it was the performances by really everyone, maybe except for Channing Tatum, who isn't really in it that much. And the really cool, like, directorial style and eerie tone of it. So, yeah, side effects. Thank you for watching my review, and if you want to see more, you can always subscribe, or if you disagree about me or agree about the movie, I would love to talk to you about it, so comment below. Thanks so much.